interact as well, can't have the same kind of dialogue and stories there. But most, again, around the rest of the world, it's an older group. I love that we do high school, but I think it'd be great if we did college age as well, if you could do another camp. But as far as facilities-wise, what we've seen around, like all things, I sometimes wish we could do an all-male one, and for the reason that because high schools today are run by girls. The young women run the high schools today, predominantly, across the country. You can talk to college counselors today, university counselors, and they will tell you, how do we get these guys involved? The young women come up, they're motivated, and they want to achieve, and I'm not talking about academia, about grades and that type of thing, or sports. I'm talking about from a leadership standpoint or just extracurricular activities. Young women dominate in the high schools today. Young men, and maybe because I think they say because a lot of competition has been taken out of the grade schools and high schools, and so they're not as motivated. Young men today would just as soon hang out with their friends and play video games. So, and that's not an indictment on it, but it's basically, it is why, and if you see I was laughing about this last month, in the Rotary magazine, they kind of this ad that shows youth services, there's one that's for RILA there. Look at the picture there. It's exactly what all of you would say. There's 7 girls in that picture, and 3 guys, and there's a couple Asian, but no diversity to speak of. In the Rotary, in their ad they have for RILA there. But it's young women who dominate. If in some ways, if we had an all-male, maybe that could be something to basically kind of rise them up out of the expectation levels they have in their high schools and to achieve more in extracurricular type activities. That could be a real plus, I think, for a male-only event. Young women, they're just rolling. But I tell you, we don't have any, the dance on Thursday night, yeah, everybody dresses up and then all of a sudden they're boys and girls again. But during the week, not really, mostly because young women are so strong, they don't really tolerate any messing around. They really don't. So we don't have any issues as far as male, females. Everybody's in the same dorm. We don't have issues. There's usually a party up on the 3rd floor every night, but we don't have issues of leaving the dorm. And I've always wondered why not, because it actually amazes me we don't, but they don't. They get there and realize it's a special place. But as I said, young women are so strong coming out of the high school today, they don't tolerate any messing around.
When we were running road trips in the 70s, it was the same way. It was about 2/3, 1/3. And maybe I just thought at the time that it was because the males didn't want to challenge their own maleness, and they might slip and might make a mistake in front of these other people. But that was the same thing back in the 70s.
So you two can have a single-gendered ride.
Okay, wonderful.